What's good, Fly family? I just wanted to tap in with y'all real quick to let you all know what I'm going to be looking at this week and what I expect from CPI. Now today, price action was absolutely trash because investors are waiting on CPI data to release on Wednesday, so you already know a move is bound to happen. And let me tell y'all right now, we're inside on the week, so a breakout is inevitable. But before we get into all of that, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And once you do that, turn that notification bell on so you do not miss any videos that I drop. But without further ado, let's get into the video. If you're like me, I know you're in this market looking for the next opportunity to get to a bag. In the last 2 weeks, it has been insane. This quarter has started off very crazy. Last week, we had the Fed being hawkish and tanking the market. And right after that, the market recovered. And now this week, we got CPI. So that's really going to set the tone. There's going to be some money to be made, man. I missed my opportunity last week and I'm still bitter about it. But I'm definitely looking at SPY this week. I will not miss that next move. So I'm waiting on this CPI data to release on Wednesday and tell me what I need to know so I can make moves. We're already at some key levels. We're inside on a week. So it's definitely giving us an opportunity to make some bread. Now, what you gonna do with it? Let's start this thing out right. You already know I like to look at longer time frames to make sure I see every major level before I get in on any type of trade. Whether it's a swing trade, scalp, day trade, I need to know the major support and resistance levels so I do not get myself cooked. So let's start off looking at the quarter. As of right now, we're a little below the previous quarter close at $523.07. And we're not really near the 50% retracement, so we don't have to worry about that at the moment. But let's look at the month. On the month, we have a 50% retracement at $514.76, which we have already tested and bounced off of for support. We tested that 50% retracement last week when the Fed started talking real hawkish, and we dumped. The next day, we bounced off of that support, and SPY pushed back up. So it was an opportunity to the downside and the upside. It was insane. And I missed both opportunities. I ended up playing Palantir, so I made some bread on the upside, but I would have rather been in SPY to catch that reversal. But it's all good. It is what it is. But that's a strong level for us to know. $514.76 is the 50% retracement on the month. You want to keep that in mind just in case we go back down to that level after we get this CPI data on Wednesday. Now, the levels that I'm looking at heavily is on the week because as you can see, we're currently inside. So we got a previous high of $524.38 and we got a low of $512.76, which is that low that we bounced from last week when we got that bearish move. Now, price can break out either way. And when it does, we should get a trending move, especially after what we find out on Wednesday. Now, we also got PPI as well, but usually after CPI, PPI follows. So whatever happens, we're probably going to get that trend. So we want to know where we're going to break out at. And that's $524.38 to the upside or $512.76 to the downside. So whichever way we break out or break down, we want to take advantage of. The reason why I like sitting out on Mondays is because I can see how price reacts to the week open. And the current week open that we have is $519.15. And I've told you all before, if you're bullish, you want to be above that price. If you're bearish, you want to be below it. And as of right now, we just got below. We ended up testing $520.18 today, but it couldn't quite hold and it rejected and came back down and closed at $518.72. That's currently below the trigger that Zillow has gave us at $519.57 and right above the short at $517.29. What I want to do for tomorrow is go ahead and grab the levels that we will be looking at off of Zilla. Now, what I want you to understand is when you use current close, you will get updated levels, but in the morning you want to turn it off because it will continue to fluctuate. Once you turn it off in the morning, the levels will be similar to what you're seeing. So it's cool to go ahead and get a ballpark number the night before. The only time it will be drastically different is if we get a gap up or a gap down. But for right now, you're fine. So right now, we got a long at $519.82 and a short at $517.62, which is a cool little range. Before I tell you how to play this thing, I want you to go ahead and put your highs and lows on your charts so you will know when it breaks out the confirmation that you have either to the upside or the downside. So right here at $524.38, we got the previous week high. And right here at $512.76, we got the previous week low. So you already know to break out to the upside and get a crazy move, you need to get above $524.38. And if you see price break below $512.76, then you already know it's going to be blood in the water. And them sharks are coming out to eat on puts. So you'll know how to take advantage of both of those levels. So we already got those locked in. Another key level that you want to go ahead and add is that previous quarter close at $523.07, which we are currently below. If we get bullish data and you see price get back above $523.07, then you already know it's game time because we could possibly go 2 up on the quarter. And we aren't far off from breaking that previous week high at $524.38. So it's a potential rocket that can go off a SPY. So my eyes are definitely on SPY this week after we get this data on Wednesday. Now, on the contrary, let's say we get bearish data on Wednesday and we're below the week open at $519.15, below the long trigger at $519.82, and we get below the short at $517.62, then you already know what to do. Because then we're trying to get back to that 50% retracement on the month at $514.76. And that would be our first target to get to make some bread. Now, if we break below that, then you already know our next target is at $512.76. And you never know after that how low it can go. Just know it's going to be money to be made. So we got two things that can happen on SPY, and we're ready for whatever. We already know our levels. We just got to trade them. Now, tomorrow, I'm probably going to sit out. But if we get a tight range on the pre-market high and low, your boy might be in this market and take advantage of it. Because you already know these investors love making moves right before we get high impact data. So I wouldn't mind taking a day trade and making me some bread real quick. But what I'll be looking at is the pre-market high and low. As of right now, after close, you see it has 518.93 and 518.23. In the morning, you'll start to see that update with the pre-market high and low. And we'll get the exact numbers once the market opens. In pre-market, you're just going to see it fluctuate. But as soon as the market opens, we'll get the exact numbers, so we'll be able to see the range. And when you get that range on the pre-market high and low, you want to trade it. And it's just like going 2 up or 2 down on the previous day or previous week. When you get that breakout to the upside, you want to buy calls. And when you get that breakdown to the downside, you want to buy puts. And while it's in this range, you can chill and not do anything at all. Or if it touches the bottom of the range and you're bullish, take an entry off of that support and take it to the upside to test that pre-market high and potentially get a breakout. That's how it works. If it's in the range, you're trying to break out to the upside. If it comes back in the range and it's pushing down, then you're trying to break down to the downside and take advantage of puts. But I'm telling y'all right now, that pre-market high and low is an absolute game changer for you. Do not sleep on it at all. It is money to be made off of that pre-market high and low. Trust me, I see opportunities every single week. You just got to take advantage of it, especially on SPY. Now, the reason why I'm just looking at SPY because Everything that I've told you to do, you can literally go to SPX, QQQ, IWM, and gold and chart those same levels and play the strategy the same way because price is going to move similar. If SPY is bullish tomorrow, SPX is going to be bullish. QQQ is going to be bullish. IWM is going to be bullish. If they're bearish, they're all going to be in sequence. It's rare that they're not on the same accord. It's just sometimes you may see QQQ move more than SPY or IWM move more than QQQ and SPY. But 9 times out of 10, they're going to be on the same accord. So you could just choose which one you want to play. Also, you want to keep in mind the prices on contracts are going to be different. So you got to think about how much you want to pay on the contracts as well. But for the most part, they're all going to move the same so you can take advantage of any of those tickers. But I'm personally going to be looking at SPY. Now, SPX will get you paid, but I don't know if I can do those 0 days, man. I don't have it in me right now. So I'm going to chill on SPX. It is what it is. But on SPY, another thing I want to point out to you is the ATR is at $4.65. So if you're looking at contracts, you do not want to be out no more than $4. With me seeing that the ATR is at $4.65, my contract will probably be out no more than $2, depending on which direction that I choose. You do not want to exceed that ATR because that's the average of how the stock has been performing. It's been moving at about $4.65. So you definitely want to keep that ATR in mind. Wednesday is going to be a movie. So honestly, you could chill tomorrow or you could day trade tomorrow. But I would not swing into CPI on Wednesday because we do not know what's ahead of us. And I would rather you get the confirmation on Wednesday and be able to take advantage of the move that's going to be made from Wednesday to Thursday. Just know that you should not trip. It's opportunities that's right there in your face. You just have to wait on it, and the money is going to be made. I can't wait till Wednesday. We're going to get this bread together. We on SPY neck on Wednesday and Thursday. On Friday as well. We're going to take advantage of SPY. We're going to get this money. Wait for that CPI data to release. I will update you on the results in the Discord, so do not worry about that. We're going to know the data that came out and how to play it, so don't even trip. We're going to be in that thing together, and we're going to take advantage of SPY. If you're not in the Discord already, make sure you hit the link in my description to go ahead and sign up. You'll get a 7-day free trial and get access to the indicator that you see on your screen right now. Flyzilla is different. I'm telling you. If you want to be on the right side of the market, make sure you get your hands on this indicator. And you'll get direct access to chop it up with me every day. So any guidance that you need, I'm there. We got the watch list popping off, trade ideas from my team, and we just building, man. And I would love for you to be a part of the group. So make sure you tap in. And before you go, like I told you at the beginning of the video, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell, man. I want to make sure this information that I'm giving is spreading out to as many traders as possible so we can all run up a bag. And with all that being said, I hope you all have a good night. I'll tap in with y'all in the morning. Let's have a profitable week, y'all.